Hey, it's Midnight Raven, and I'm not going to put myself on camera because I am sick as a dog. But people have been asking where I am, and if you've been in my Discord, you all know exactly what's going on. I have COVID again. Since Sunday, I've been feeling rough. Monday, I thought I had the flu. Yesterday, I tested positive for COVID for a second time. I am currently off work until I feel better, although I can go back to work as soon as I feel well enough to work, even if I'm still COVID positive. But as you can hear, I am really not well at all. Everything hurts, my throat, my muscles, especially my throat. It feels like there's a hedgehog, a porcupine, some spiky creature just destroying my vocal cords. I feel hot, I feel cold. I have a cough that has kept me up most of the night. So I have COVID. If you've been in my Discord, I would have told you yesterday that I had COVID and that I am sick. And then yesterday afternoon, I found out that my uncle Percy had finally lost his battle with cancer yesterday, and he had passed away peacefully and died. So first I got COVID, found that out yesterday, and then I found out that my uncle had died all within the space of about an hour, and I was kind of overwhelmed. I've recently lost my friend Adam. He died peacefully as well, luckily, and now I've lost my uncle. I hadn't seen my uncle in quite a few years because the family had lived all together in Wymondham at one point. We were all in different houses around Wymondham, but slowly and surely some of the family died off, i.e. his parents both passed away. Percy and Hannah passed away many, many years ago. And their son Percy was actually named after the dad. And then they have the rest of the family. They obviously have my dad. They have some other sisters and some other brothers. And we just all kind of went our separate ways as life went on. We all kind of moved out. My dad is in Wharton. I am in Swaffham. Quite a lot of the family are still in Wymondham. They've stayed there, which is where I grew up most of my life. Percy had cancer, and he was fighting it and doing well, until Friday of this week, where things started to deteriorate, and unfortunately, he died. So I've lost another family member. It's hard, especially being sick. There's nothing I can really do to help. Currently, I was hoping to spend the weekend with my family. My son, his girlfriend, my sisters, my nieces and nephews were all coming down. But currently, suffering with COVID, I can't risk being near Katie because obviously she's 5 months pregnant. I don't really want my nieces and nephews catching COVID because they've only ever had minor interactions with COVID. I don't think they've ever had it themselves full blown. And honestly, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. If you've never had COVID before, I implore you not to try and catch it. This is my second time. The first one was worse. I am going to admit that the first time I had COVID, I thought I was on death's door. I'd never been in so much pain in my life, and I've had 3 kids. And that was just at one point, I'm like, this is just unbearable. Like, this has got to be inhumane to be in this much pain and feel this terrible. And this time, although I'm in pain, muscles hurt, my head hurts, my back hurts especially, and I think that's because I'm sleeping quite a lot. But I've heard that sleeping is the best cure for COVID. Um, I've been having soup and ice creams for my throat. I've had some paracetamol for the headache. I've got some cough medicine for the cough that's keeping me awake. I'm having to sleep slightly elevated because when I lie flat, my breathing seems to labour and I seem to cough more. Um, it's hard. It's hard because I live on my own. It's trying to do stuff for yourself, just getting out of bed and making a drink or making something. It's really hard. And I can't infect any of my family with a baby coming. It's just not worth it. So whether I'll be there at the weekend, I don't know. Currently, I need to take a COVID test today to see if I'm positive or negative. I'm meant to be back at work tomorrow. I do have a shift booked in, but I'm not going in. I'm just in no way, shape, or form able to work. Work have said they can cover me tomorrow, and they can cover my shift on Saturday, and hopefully by Monday I will be back for my shift on Monday. They've been nothing but nice at work. I've had kind messages. I've had messages behind the scenes from work from people offering help. Everyone's been really nice. My son bought me some chips yesterday. Thank you to him. I had a chip butty for lunch. Because I was getting a little tired of soup. I'd had that for like 3 days. And I had some chips in a chip butty and then an ice cream for afters to try and soothe my throat. He then brought me some COVID tests, which is nice of him because I really didn't have the energy to go out and get any. So I've got that. And then he sat outside and I sat indoors and we had a little quick chat, so that was good. So I had some company for a bit. I spoke to my ex last night. He phoned me up and we had a good chat about the series of Picard that we're currently watching, and had a little gas bag about work and life just for half an hour, because I couldn't talk for very long because it hurts my throat. But it was nice that people care. You know, I've been offered help for shopping, phone calls, texts, people keeping up on me, making sure I'm alright, because obviously I live alone. If something was to happen or anything, it could take days for somebody to notice, and that's scary in itself. So I'm doing alright. The COVID sucks majorly. The passing of my uncle yesterday, again, I'm kind of tired of losing people. I really just wished for a year where things went a bit more smoothly. But my condolences to my family for the loss of Percy. He was a good man. I spent most of my childhood knowing him. Not most of my adult life, because obviously life moves on and families move away from each other. But he was a good man. He'll be missed by a lot of people. A lot of people know the Corbolds in Wyndham, which is my surname. We're quite well known in that area of Wyndham. Everyone knows a Corbold. There's lots of us. You wouldn't think so, but there is quite a few of us. Some of us have obviously given up our surnames through marriage and that, but we're out there. I still have my surname. My son has the Corbold surname. Quite a few of the family members still have the surname. It's not died out yet. But yeah, R.I.P. Percy. And on that note, I'm gonna go and rest my voice. But thank you to everybody that was concerned. The things keeping me off YouTube is COVID, because listen to me, and the passing of my uncle. So I am able to apply for monetization tomorrow, the 6th of April. I will let you know how that goes in due course, more likely when I'm feeling better. We're going to have a gender reveal stream for the gender of the baby. And then you can all go back to donating the money that you've been withholding for the last month. I've been told there are people that wish to donate, just not by PayPal. So hopefully in the next week I'll be remonetized and we can get back on schedule. And by then I may not feel like death warmed up. So if you haven't had COVID, please don't catch it. It's horrible, it's draining, and I will see you all soon, hopefully, with a newly monetized channel within the next few days. Take care, everybody, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.